Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but you guys know what time it is. We're going to be talking about none other than internet computer itself. Bringing out the updates a little later than expected, but you guys know we're not missing a day. ICP has officially done it. Something we spoke about yesterday, and especially over the weekend for the price of Bitcoin. The fact that, Bitcoin did close at $67,000, which I mentioned to you guys, was giving me an indication that, we could be seeing a great start to the week, and that's exactly what we saw happening. So that is, of course, really nice. If you're looking at the market across the board right now, everything is up right now in the green. So that is obviously lovely to see. If you're looking at ICP up 13.1%. Absolutely amazing stuff. So let's take a further look and see what is happening. So if we're looking at the price right now, it's currently sitting at $19.14. As mentioned, up 13.5% in USD comparative. It's also up 8% in Bitcoin comparative over the past 24 hours. But now if we're focusing on its market cap, on the other hand, market cap is currently sitting at $8.85 billion. So, we're approaching that $10 billion mark, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at almost $700 million. So at this point, guys, I'm sure all the haters, especially over the past 2 to 3 months, that lost their patience, and believe it or not, there's a lot of these people that completely lost their patience and just left, right? And I'm sure those are the people that are regretting it big time, the fact that you're seeing ICP finally breaking out. And this is why we say on a day-to-day basis, patience is your number one key to follow. Bull market doesn't generally mean it's just going to be straight line towards the upside. There will be times where your patience really gets tested, and I'm sure the ICP holders really know exactly what I mean by that. But before we go into it any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrencies. So now, if we're looking at the Bitcoin dominance index, it has gone up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. So that is still one of the big catalysts behind altcoins actually outpacing Bitcoin by a massive margin, not even by a few percentage. We're talking about almost double. So that is obviously worthwhile noting. And of course, if you're looking at BTC, guys, Bitcoin has done it exactly what I spoke about. Breaking out of that 68k resistance was my confirmation, and there we are. We're back to 61,000, which was retested just a few hours ago, and we're about to start retesting all-time highs, and this is exactly how I anticipated. Now the fact that we have seen that massive flush, about a 15% drop for Bitcoin, this was very much needed, of course, but now that we have that out of the way, I think closing the month of March is going to close on a positive note, and I'm sure that can be felt throughout the space right now. So lovely to see what's happening. Obviously, we do have some resistance coming in its way right now, and if this resistance is able to pop out, guys, all-time high can even be set this week itself. So we're talking about a move of about 4% until we hit an official new all-time high. But that is that. But now let's take a look at internet computer. There you are, guys. There you are. So we have seen the price of ICP go all the way up to almost $20 per ICP. As I've said to you guys before, we will find a little bit of resistance around this level. If you can see, there's quite a bit of resistance around this range. So it's not a surprise at the fact that we did see ICP getting rejected around this $19.70 resistance, because if you were to zoom in, you could pretty much see there's that resistance exactly at that level. So that kind of makes sense. But let's take a look at what are some next major resistance, because now the momentum's on its side. What you're going to notice now happening is more and more people are going to start talking positive on ICP rather than negative. We usually tend to see that when the prices are skyrocketing and there's good price momentum behind it. So you can pretty much see this for yourself. Next major resistance, we do have a little bit of resistance around $20.72, but the main target is around this $23.19, and I think ICP is on its way to get to that spot. We still haven't officially touched the $20 price point, and again, $20 price point is a psychological price point, as and the leverage traders usually do tend to lock in profits right before that range, because of course psychological price points are major levels of resistances. So that's that next target I'm looking for. Of course, if we want to take a big look at the picture, there's a lot of people that want ICP to hit $100, this and that, but it's going to be one step at a time. One step at a time. Obviously, the major developments coming out of this chain, they are making some moves. If you really deep dive into it, the projects that are launching, you would really understand that, it's not a dead chain. Some people think it is, but you really need to take a further look as to how much interest there's really coming into this blockchain itself. Of course, it's going to need to prove itself. As of now, we still have, quite some time, but I do feel like, what they're trying to tackle, the problem they're trying to tackle, they can really do that if they continue to, stick to their vision. But remember, one thing a lot of people don't understand is, in the bull market, everything seems to be extremely good, if you know what I mean. In the bull market, you don't really know which project has been development and which project has not been. The best way, like I've said to you guys countless of times, is go back. Everything is online at this point. Go back and look at the track record. In the bear market, the projects that are developing and actually, sticking to their roadmap are the projects that, you want to be actually paying attention to. The projects that, are completely silent throughout the bear market, and all of a sudden, when the bullish momentum hits, these guys are coming up with some massive news, great roadmaps, good announcements. That's just a red flag right there itself. So, those are some factors we need to keep in mind. But I'm really, really liking this ICP move. Let's take a look at it on the hourly time frame to kind of understand as to what we have seen over the past, few days. So let's take a look at that. Okay, ICP US dollar, there we are. Okay, so if I were to zoom in just on the daily time frame right now, just take a look at this, guys. Again, we speak about patience on a day-to-day basis, but finally we did see that breakout, which happened just yesterday itself, and we saw two different rejections. And we're talking about one on the beginning of the year and one just this month of March. So pretty much 3 months of so much sideways momentum, and imagine how many people left around here. Lost patience, started chasing green candles and completely, most likely got burnt out. And this is why you want to stick with your vision and just not have weak hands. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. But let's take a look at what happened. So this time around, once we got that confirmation that we broke out of this key resistance, you guys did watch my video about 2 days back. I was very confident that we will see ICP breaking out of this key resistance this time around, and we finally saw that happen. So this is a beautiful green candle, and if you want to put this into perspective, guys, I hope you guys understand, just on March 20th it was at $10.70. It has pretty much doubled in less than a week. You've heard that correct. ICP has literally doubled in the last week itself, not even a week yet. So put this into perspective. Altcoin season definitely in a full effect. Obviously not the parabolic type of season that we usually do tend to see, but I think that is coming probably Q3 or Q4 of this year. But so far so good. Next targets, like I said, $23.47. If things were to turn around, let's say Bitcoin were to see a rejection, we could potentially see a retest at the $16.17, which was a huge level of resistance at one point. I think this time around, this exact same resistance will play as a major level of support in case things were to turn around. But the pattern is on the upward trajectory, and I think we are off to the races. But of course, time is going to tell. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love you all. See you tomorrow in Crypto ZX, and peace out.